Hello, fellow sewists and sewing enthusiasts. I recently went to an estate sale with my friend Zoe, and I have some goodies to show you. Future Chelsea here, just popping in from editing mode to say that I'm really sorry about the image quality of this video. I didn't realize when I was shooting it that I had the exposure setting way off on my camera. It's a new camera, I got it for Christmas. I'm still learning how to use it, so bear with me. I did edit the exposure and color balance as best I could in post, but I'm not very good at that either, so I did shoot the close-ups of all of the fabric after I had fixed the exposure issues, so those should be a lot more true to color. Anyway, back to the video. Whenever I go to an estate sale, yard sale, thrift store, I do tend to sniff out the sewing items, and this time was no different. I found all of this fabric, which was in a box that was labeled $12, so I got this upholstery sample, with some other colorways of, I think, the same fabric, and also some different ones, just kind of attached. It says Jean M. Kidwell, AID, member, American Institute of Interior Designers. Oh, and it's dated, handwritten, August 1970. This is called Visage Damask, and it is 100% cotton. So, I don't know, I might be able to make like a pillow out of this or something. We'll see. I also got, I think I measured, there's like 6 yards of this. It feels like acetate to me, and I think it would be good as a lining. I think it's meant to be a lining fabric. I know, it'd make a really nice coat lining, probably. I don't particularly enjoy acetate fabric right next to my skin, but for a winter coat, when you're wearing it over, you know, long sleeves, I think it'll work fine. And it's such a fun, vibrant color. I also got this fun. There was, I think, about 2.5 yards of this. It's a very pretty pink, pretty much exactly the same pink as the blouse I'm wearing, so you already know I like it. And it has a really cool texture in these stripes that are kind of crinkled. And I don't know, it just kind of gives me a 60s vibe. Like, this would make a really cute wiggle dress. So that will be fun to play with. And there was also this beautiful blue and white stripe, very tiny stripe, which I think I'm going to make a cute little Edwardian suit for my son, because I do have need of an Edwardian suit for him. And then this was the fabric that really caught my eye. This beautiful plaid. It feels like probably a cotton poly blend. I think most of these are cotton poly blends. That's the feel I get. But this would just be a really cute, again, probably 60s, like, sheath dress, I'm thinking. I've got a lot of vintage patterns that I have yet to use, and I think this would be really fun to make up in a vintage pattern. I also got an antique iron, which I've been looking for one of these for a while. I just wanted one for my collection, I guess. I will probably never use it because I don't have, you know, the proper way to heat it up, but it's just cool to have. It's got a number 6 on it, which I think means 6 pounds. Feels like about 6 pounds. I'm most likely going to use it as a bookend for my shelf of sewing books. it's just cool to have. And then this I was really excited to find. It's a lipstick holder, and it's really pretty. It's very ornate and shiny, and it is just right to hold all of my Besame lipsticks, and they just look so pretty. I also like that there's a little mirror. So this now belongs on my vanity and just makes me happy every time I see it. Now this box is not chocolates. It was also labeled $12, so I got both the fabric and this box of quilting projects for $12 each. And there's some pieces of, I think this is a Dresden plate quilt pattern. I'm not super versed in quilting, but my mom quilts, so I picked up some of it by osmosis. Now, I mainly got this box for the lace, which looks to be pure cotton lace. A few different bits. There's just some really pretty bits. I'm always looking for lace to add to my rather extensive lace collection. So that's mainly what I got it for. And I was just kind of like, okay, you know, didn't really think anything of the quilting pieces. There are also quite a few little yo-yos, which I seem to recall was kind of a really popular thing in the 70s to make these quilts. So you sew them together and then you make this quilt top out of the little circles. Like I said, I was just kind of about it, but then I found this paper pattern that whoever was making this used to cut out the yo-yos. And there's a date on here. It looks like it was a receipt of some kind. And it says 1933. And then I went, whoa, what if these fabrics are from the 1930s? And then I started to look at them more closely, and I realized, yeah, these kind of look like 1930s fabrics. Like the colors, the prints, they're very, very reminiscent of 1930s colors, patterns. So this, to me, is really cool because, like, that's antique. That's older than my grandma. I did go and look up the history of both the Dresden plate and the yo-yo quilt styles, and it turns out they were both popularized in the 1920s and 1930s. So not really a big stretch that these fabrics are from the 30s. Also, I have this book, which I got at a quilt store, that has photographs of examples of fabric from all different decades. And I will just show you the 1930s pages, and I think you'll agree that the colors and the prints and the styles of the fabrics are very 1930s. So I think that's pretty, if not conclusive, at least plausible. I may have to make something out of these. I'm thinking what would be cool. I would like to finish the plate. I think there's enough. There are more pieces cut of other fabrics. They're just kind of tacked together here to hold them so they don't get lost. But I believe there's enough to finish the full circle of the plate. And then I would like to frame it and give it to my mom as a gift. Something she can hang in her quilting studio. I just think that would be cool. And then probably something similar with the little yo-yos. There's not that many. I think there's 17 or something. There was an odd number, but I'll figure it out. But these are all pieced by hand, so somebody spent a lot of time on this. I wonder if this is the leftovers of another project that actually was finished, because there's not that much here. So maybe they made a whole quilt out of these plates and just had a few extra bits that they never finished. Who knows? Anyway, so this is just a cool like bit of history for me. I really love vintage textiles and I don't get to come in contact with them very often. So it's pretty cool when you can examine something that's like 90 years old. Makes me smile. I also got a couple of cute purses. They were like $5 each, so I was like, I can't pass those up. This one, probably my favorite. I really like the ribbon embroidery with beads, and it's so summery. It says like, oh, I'm going to the beach. So I may actually use this. I have a small collection of vintage purses that I just never use, and I want to change that, so I'm going to start with this one because summer is coming. And then this one is, I think there's a name for this kind of embroidery, but I don't remember what it is. It's on both sides, and this is a nice big bag, like it's substantial. I think it's actually bigger than my modern purse that I use all the time. And it came with its own little coin purse. Just precious. So, I don't know. I might replace my usual bag with this one. See how I like it. I hope you enjoyed seeing my little haul. I had a lot of fun. I always enjoy shopping. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, and if you'd like to see more, not necessarily always haul videos, but I do them from time to time, definitely subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye. And just for fun, here are some of the other items that were in that box of quilt scraps and lace bits.